will be giving a record on the Armed Forces of Nigeria's operations from 18th of March to 30th of December 2020. The efforts and sacrifices of the gallant officers and men of the military, as well as other security agencies that conduct these operations, have been progressive. Within the period under review, troops engaged in series of land, maritime, and air operations involving both kinetic and non-kinetic activities across the country. The land operations conducted among others across the various theaters of operation include clearance, ambush, raid, picketing, cordon and search operations, as well as artillery bombardments and aggressive patrols. Others were maritime operations involving anti-piracy, anti-illegal oil bunkering, anti-crude oil theft, and anti-pipeline vandalism operations, as well as other duties such as anti-smuggling operations. Furthermore, comprehensive air operations including air patrols, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance missions, offensive air strikes, air interdictions, search and rescue operations, as well as close air support and cover for ground troops. Although some of our troops paid the supreme price in the course of the operations, our dogged troops have consistently exhibited gallantry and resilience in the various operations. Within the time frame in focus, troops neutralized scores of terrorists and bandits, while many others were incapacitated and their camps destroyed. Our operations also inhibited activities of economic saboteurs, as well as exposed and obviated other criminal activities. In addition, several other criminal elements, including high-profile ones, were either killed in action or arrested, sometimes together with their families, as well as informants and gun runners. Besides, there are records of scores of criminals surrendering due to troops' overwhelming superior firepower and intelligence activities. Other feats recorded in the course of our operations were the rescue of kidnapped victims, prominent among which is a recent rescue of 344 schoolboys of Government Science Secondary School, Kankara, in Katsina State, as well as the Islamia children. Others were repelling and forestallment of terrorists and bandits' attacks on civilians and troops. Troops also recovered caches of arms and ammunition, equipment, vehicles, and produce of livestock within the period. You may as well recall that in the maritime environment, troops in major and subsidiary operations were able to disrupt smuggling activities, immobilize illegal refining sites, arrest perpetrators, seize foreign parboiled rice, and recover tons of petroleum products. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, may I at this point go into the specifics of figures in the various zones across the country. In the northwest zone of the country, within the period, a total of 5,281 livestock, 6,951 rounds of ammunition, and 120 assorted rifles were recovered from the armed bandits by the gallant troops in the zone. Furthermore, a total of 455 kidnapped victims were rescued, and 473 armed bandits were killed in action. In the same vein, a total of 461 arrests were made, including high-profile armed bandits, gun runners, and bandits collaborators, while a total cash of 6,635,550 was recovered from bandits and their informants. This figure translated became 8 million shortly before I came here. I will correct it and give it to you accordingly. Progressively, let's look at the northeast zone of the country. Within a period, 200 kidnapped victims were rescued by the gallant troops of Operation Lafia Dole. A total of 1,385 rounds of ammunition, 45 grenades, as well as 95 assault rifles were recovered from BHG and Aswad fighters. In addition, several gun trucks were captured while some others were destroyed during airstrikes. Equally, 1,805 insurgents and terrorists, including some of their commanders, were killed by the troops aside the scores killed by airstrikes and raids attacks. Additionally, within the period, a total of 79 arrests were made, including high-profile targets. While in the north-central zone of the country within the period, troops of Operation Safe Haven, Wellstroke, and Thunderstrike have achieved appreciable successes. A total of 130 kidnapped victims were rescued, 105 rifles and 530 rounds of ammunition, 1,055 roasted cattle were recovered from armed bandits and other criminal elements in the zone. In the same vein, a total of 1,250 criminals, including family members of the Darussalam sect, were arrested within the period. Furthermore, troops neutralized 125 armed bandits, including militia gang leaders. In the South-South zone, the Armed Forces of Nigeria, working with other security agencies, recorded remarkable results in their efforts against economic sabotage and sundry crimes. Within this period, a cumulative total of 8,890,300 liters of stolen automotive gas oil and 33,516,000 liters of double-purpose kerosene were impounded by the troops of Operation Delta Safe. Similarly, the gallant troops immobilized a total of 185 illegal refining sites, 85 dugout pits, 163 metal storage tanks within the period. Additionally, troops impounded a cumulative of 31,236.8 barrels of stolen crude oil, as well as 12,272,652 liters of stolen premium motor spirits from oil thieves in the zone. A total of 47 kidnapped victims were rescued, while 72 vandals and criminals were arrested. In addition, a total of 4,250 bags of foreign parboiled smuggled rice were impounded, and 45 boats engaged in illegal activities were arrested. Troops also arrested a total of 53 pirates and 25 trucks, as well as recovered 23 rifles, 65,330 rounds of ammunition, and destroyed 23 sea pirates camps. For troops of Operation Awase in the Southwest Zone, between March and yesterday, they impounded a total of 10,458,600 liters of premium motor spirits, 15,345 barrels of stolen crude oil, and 345,000 liters of stolen automotive gas oil. Additionally, troops recovered a total of 3,594 rounds of ammunition and 14 assaulted rifles. Within the period, a total of 23 illegal refining sites were immobilized, while 15 boats and 23 trucks engaged in illegal activities were arrested. In the same vein, 35 kidnapped victims were rescued, while 48 arrests were made. In summary, the Armed Forces of Nigeria, from 18th of March to 30th of December of this year, neutralized 2,403 criminal elements across the country. That is a significant number when you talk of combat when you talk of people that carry arms against the innocent civilians of this country, to remove them is highly significant. Because if you convert it into military strength, we are looking at something close to about 3 battalions of armed people, criminals, covering insurgents, terrorists, bandits, and all other criminals. So for us, it is a progressive development. The populace should be encouraged that we shall keep up the momentum and continue to increase. Our tactics and operational plan of yesterday will never and can never be the same as the one we are doing tomorrow as we cross into the new year. And definitely the message out to the criminals out there is that, yes, if you continue, you have indirectly signed your death certificate, because it's a tax that must be done.